Hi, and welcome to WhoNoob and WhoVeteran. I'm the WhoVeteran, I'm Eugene, I'm a Doctor Who veteran. This is Russell. He started watching Doctor Who when Peter Capaldi came on in Series 8. I don't normally have a stutter, that was a weird muck-up. So here we are today, reviewing the series final of Series 9, Hellbent, written by Stephen Moffat. Russell, take it away with your opinions. Did I hear it? I'm sorry.
Wow, I'm sort of mixed. Feel a bit mixed with this one. I watched it twice. I thought watching it the second time would solidify how I felt about it, but it really didn't. The second time, yeah, I don't know. It kind of feels like a cop out of an episode to me. Like, I mean, some of the ideas that it went into I liked, but the fact such as the idea of the Doctor breaking his own rules.
Orders of Mars.
Yeah, which you said, you know, has been done before and done better.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with them kind of going in that direction again. I've said it a million times before, I'll say it again. I'm fine kind of doing similar old ideas as long as you do it in an interesting and fresh and new kind of way, but I mean, it didn't really. This is basically the Waters of Mars, but if they copped out at the end rather than actually stuck to their guns.
And it almost felt like, since they did that, it sort of makes a couple of the other episodes pointless.
Yeah, well, Heaven Sent last week, which I really enjoyed, is now a nothing episode. It's not good or bad or anything, because the reason why Heaven Sent was really great was that it was this visual metaphor for the Doctor literally breaking free of his grief of losing Kara, but now we found out that he was still grieving over Kara, and then he was just trying to get out to save Kara. And now we've also learned that some of his confessions weren't necessarily true, and that he was just trying to trick them into thinking that he knew more than he did. There was no reason given as to why he just suddenly said at the end of the episode, "The hybrid is me." And he said, to the dial, "If you're still in there, you might still be listening, I'll tell you the secret now." They gave no reason why he suddenly made that big announcement at the end of the episode. They didn't explain why the ice kept resetting, the diamond, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know
why it didn't reset. They didn't explain.
Yeah, I know what you're saying though. And then with the Raven one too, they sort of stomped all over the fact that Clara was dead, and it was like, okay, Clara's dead,
She gave her life.
She sacrificed herself, and then they brought her back in this episode just to go, well, I'm gonna head back to Gallifrey anyway later at some point and die.
Yeah, it's like it would have worked better then there if Kara had just accepted her death and went straight to Gallifrey and didn't sort of go off.
Because then that would give a message.
Yeah.
It had more of a message behind it that, there's some...
that death is inevitable, and sometimes you just have to face it regardless of if you feel ready or not. You just have to face it and deal with it. But this episode was like, yes, you have to face and deal with death in your own good time.
Yeah, in your own good time.
Which isn't true.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so part of me liked it, part of me didn't like it.
While we're talking about the end bit with Kara running off, I also want to mention, why did she end up agreeing to have her or the Doctor's memory wiped? Because at first she was like, my memories are my own, don't wipe my memory, and then the Doctor's like, there'll be a 50-50 chance of it being me or you.
And she's like, okay.
Yeah, it's like, just a second ago she was like, I'd rather die than lose my memory. So there was no reasoning as to why she just suddenly changed her mind there. It made no sense. She should have just been like, I don't care if I get my memory wiped or you get your memory wiped. No one's getting their memory wiped. Our past is our past. No one can change that. We want to keep that. But as she said, no one is guaranteed tomorrow. But
And
my
why
past
would...
is my own, and so she should have just been like, take me back to Gallifrey, and I'm gonna go and die.
And she decided that she was going to do that anyway. Like, that was a decision that she'd make. So why would you wipe the Doctor's memory?
Yeah, exactly.
What's the point in wiping the Doctor's memory if she's like, I'm going to Gallifrey anyway, you know?
Yeah, and then the fact that at the last second she then decides to keep travelling around because she's not aging and all that kind of stuff.
Mm.
It then completely goes against everything that she's been saying so far, and it destroys her character arc. This great character arc that she had over the series is now just destroyed.
Mm. Yeah, and like, I mean, the start of the episode was the Doctor going, okay, I can't deal with the fact that Clara's dead and I'm going to bring her back. And then after all of the stuff, he's like, okay, I can deal with Clara being, well, I'm going to have to deal with Clara being dead, so I'll wipe her memory.
Which that doesn't make sense.
Why? Well, you know, why?
How does that make sense? Because also, shouldn't time be destroyed by the fact that she is staying alive for too long?
Mm.
But they just kind of tossed that aside and didn't explain how wiping her memory, or the Doctor's memory, would fix that. Didn't explain that.
I think the idea of wiping the memory was to stop
the Time Lords from finding her.
to stop the Time Lords from finding her, and also to stop it was also sort of a way to stop the Doctor from, you know, because as he said, we can't be together, you know, like, you know.
It's a way of forcing
and
them
so
to be separate.
forcing them to be separate. But in the end, he was like,
But that only
he was
works
going to wipe her memory. So,
but that doesn't make sense, wiping his own memory
Yeah.
though, because the Time Lords can now still find Clara because she still has those memories.
Yeah, the more I talk about it, the more I dislike this episode.
Yeah, me too. And it's you know, so they completely spit in the face of Heaven Sent, being like, no, the Doctor hasn't gotten over his grief. So Heaven Sent's now a nothing episode. They spit in the face of the ending of Face the Raven, so now Face the Raven's a nothing episode too.
And I know I should be happy and all that. Clara's alive, or she's not. Her heartbeat's not working.
She's alive in the same way that Owen was alive and tortured. Don't ask, it's a long story.
Yeah. They just shouldn't have brought her back.
They shouldn't have brought her back. It was really powerful the way that she died in Face the Raven. Now they've ruined it.
Part of me almost felt like there were two ideas on how to do it. How to kill off Clara or get rid of her out of, and Stephen Moffat liked both ideas so much that he couldn't choose, so he's like, we'll just do both. You know? And that's kind of a...
The ending just felt like a backdoor pilot for a spin-off series. And I mean, why try and do that when you've got two spin-offs coming out anyway? Next year we've got... Why do you keep eating it? Oh, it's for your drink.
My drink, sorry.
You're still eating and drinking? Oh, I'm not going there. But anyway, so... You know, they just announced two spin-offs. Next year we're getting the series Cast, which is going to be 8 episodes long. And that's going to be entirely brand new stuff in there. So I doubt that the whole Cara, me, Ashilda thing is going to tie into Cast. And then we've also got K9 Timequake, which is a film coming out in 2017, which, who knows, maybe that's going to tie into the Cara Ashilda thing, but I kind of doubt it, because K9 Timequake's not being made by the BBC, it's a different company. So I kind of doubt there's going to be any real story crossover there.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seemed like a pointless episode to me.
Yeah, and that's not what you want to be saying for the series
finale. For the series finale, no, it should all wrap up and be like, wow, I get it, you know. Or,
yeah.
You know, there were good moments, like, don't get me wrong.
The first 20 minutes, the first 10 or 20 minutes were awesome.
And there were some nice scenes between Clara and the Doctor. Like, I really like the scene where she was trying to find out how long it had been since he'd seen her. I really liked that scene.
That was a really good scene.
And it was powerful, and when she finds out that it was 4 billion years, you know, her reactions and her acting. And I thought Peter Capaldi's performance was amazing.
Yeah.
And I thought he was on really, from an acting perspective, you know, it was up there with that scene. Well, that his acting in this episode was up there with the episode where he had that big monologue.
The Zygote version.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good.
But yeah, those first 20 minutes or so when he's taking on Rassilon, the Lord President of Gallifrey, you know, one, it was cool to see Rassilon back. I said last review that he was going to be Rassilon, and I was right.
Yeah, that was one of my questions that I had. Who exactly is Rassilon? And
Lord President of Gallifrey, also founder of Time Lord Society.
And why?
Go on to Wikipedia if you want to know the whole story, because there's quite a lot to his character.
Can I just ask real quickly and simply,
Okay.
Why the Doctor was so angry with him?
Because he did a lot of bad shit during the Time War.
Okay, and also the fact that he was behind the whole thing of him being locked in
the confession dial and Kara's death. He also tried to destroy time itself.
He sounds like a bit of a dickhead.
Yeah. He used to be a good man.
Yeah, because they said that.
Yeah, they said that, and also we have seen him in the past actually be kind of a good person, kind of. But yeah.
That guy's a good actor too.
The guy playing him. His face rings a bell, but I can't think of. Oh, he's in Game of Thrones. But yeah, last time we saw Rassilon, he was played by Timothy Dalton.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You brought that up
last week.
James Bond. Yeah.
But anyway, getting back on point, the first 20 minutes or so are awesome when he was taking on Rassilon and all that, and the other soldiers went over and then joined the Doctor and walked over the line, and the Doctor's considered this war hero. No, the episode shouldn't have brought Kara into it at all, you know? They resolved Kara back in Heaven Sent, the Doctor got over it. Now this episode should have been the Doctor, you know, he's not hell-bent on getting Kara back, he's hell-bent on getting revenge and righting the wrongs of the Time War, is what it should have been. And so he banishes Rassilon, and then Rassilon, like, within like a few minutes, then comes back
with an army.
With like a huge army.
Oh, cool.
And then like have like this episode be like a Gallifreyan civil war. Who needs Captain America Civil War? But you got Gallifreyan Civil War.
And you know, everyone's getting killed, but they don't die because they're a Gallifrey. They just regenerate and get up and start shooting again.
Yeah.
You know.
But you only get 12 regenerations, so then eventually they'll die. You know, or it could have been really cool, and the Doctor could have again broken all his rules in trying to seek revenge for the Time War, and then, you know, at the end, you know, he could have realised that he's gone too far, and then he became the hybrid and conquered Gallifrey and sort of ended up just causing more harm than anything, and ends up kind of like, you know, creating peace or something, and then kind of being like, okay, Gallifrey, I'm going to leave you to sort everything out, and now I'm going to run away again because I'm the Doctor, that's what I do.
Yeah, Stephen, get in touch with us, mate. And ideas.
Yeah. Just this is the first time we've seen Gallifrey on screen properly for 30 years. We've seen bits and pieces of it in other episodes, but this is the first full story set on Gallifrey in 30 years. Yet they focused on Kara rather than on Gallifrey. What was their thinking?
The other thing they sort of didn't, and I don't know if I mind it so much, but the one thing they didn't really make clear was they've been talking about this hybrid the whole episode.
I kind of liked how it was sort of vague. They gave several different theories, which all make sense when you think about them. But I like how there's no definitive answer. But yeah, there are several answers in there that make sense, and then it's left to the viewer. I actually did. That's one of the few things I did actually like. That, and also the 60s TARDIS. Oh man.
Yeah, cool way.
Yeah, there was a few nice little touches there that kind of slightly modernised it, but apart from that, it was pretty much just how it was like back when Doctor Who first started in the 60s. So I guess it's like the default desktop theme for the TARDIS.
It kind of looked like something out of Star Wars too, which is kind of cool.
Doctor Who started like 15 years before the first Star Wars film came out. So
oh yeah. I'm not saying. Yeah.
Relax, Star Wars is my favourite film, so don't worry. You can compliment Star Wars all you like.
What else? Oh, I think I had another question.
Okay. One more question, because I'm ready to give my final verdict.
Okay.
I don't feel like we reviewed this episode very well, but I
didn't have much
the episode was a mess, really.
Oh, what was with the Daleks? So those things in the Cybermen did come in and try to break in.
I guess so. And the Doctor mentioned that the Dalek might have been left over from the Cloister Wars, which... So was there another war with the Daleks before the Time War? If so... And also Missy mentions way back in episode 1 the Cloister Wars as well. So that would probably kind of imply that the Cloister Wars happened before the show even started, back with like the first Doctor. If so, that contradicts like every bit of Doctor Who canon ever. That's a huge plot hole. Because the Doctor doesn't even know what the Daleks are until he first meets them in the second Doctor Who story of all time. Well, third, depending how you kind of, if you count an unearthly child being a part of 100,000 BC, which, anyway.
Yeah.
Have a discussion there. But, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
It was creepy though, seeing
kind of cool saying exterminate me, you know.
But then again, because of what we had back in, which is familiar, for all that we know, it could be saying love me. Because it can't use the word love because that's I've explained. Yeah,
it's getting too complicated. Let's give our scores.
Okay, final verdict.
You go first.
You go first. You go first.
No, I was gonna give it like a 5, but after we've been talking about it, I'm just gonna drop my score for the final episode.
By the way, this score is for both Hellbent, Heaven Sent.
Right.
And I know we gave Face the Raven a score way back, but I did say it depends how the following episodes followed up on it. So really, I think we should really count Face the Raven, Heaven Sent and Hellbent as a 3-parter. So let's score all 3 of these episodes, Face the Raven, Hellbent, Heaven Sent, as one big 3-parter.
But I like them for their individualities. Like,
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. I don't think it did. With the other 2, I like the other 2. I like the other 2, but this one sort of squashes them. So
Oh, and also, why are the Time Lords only just now trying to get the information of the hybrid from the Doctor when he's known about it since he was a child?
He's known about it for ages.
That doesn't make any sense.
No. Let's go with... Oh... I was gonna give this episode itself a 3.
But this is Hellbent, Heaven Sent, and Face the Raven.
But now that it's all those, I'll give it a 4, 5... 4.5. Can I do 4.5?
Yeah, 4.5.
4.5.
Slightly below average.
Slightly below average. But I like the 2 before this one.
But then this one
by
comes.
themselves.
But then this one ruins the 2
ruins
before
the 2
it.
before it. So you mugs. Yeah, 4.5.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, it's gotta be, again, like I said, I'll probably give this episode like a 3 on its own, but you know, this is one whole story, we've got to score it all as one whole story. So Face the Raven, Heaven Sent, Hellbent, altogether I would probably score the same score as you.
4.5?
Yeah, 4.5. Just kind of slight, like this final episode was genuinely bad. The 2 stories kind of coming before it.
Sort of pop it up a bit, eh?
Yeah, do pop it up a bit.
It's a shame because it was such a, like, I like this series a lot better than the last series.
And you actually liked Series 8, didn't you?
Yeah, I like Series 8.
Whereas I didn't like Series 8 as a whole. There were episodes I liked, but not as a whole I didn't like it. But yeah, well, this series, however, even though it ended terribly, but overall Series 9 was a big improvement on Series 8. There are some genuinely great episodes in here. It started on a week.
And Capaldi's in his groove now.
Yeah, Capaldi's in his groove.
He feels like the Doctor.
Yeah,
and even though I didn't know who the Doctor was beforehand,
you can feel that.
I can feel that he's clicked to the role. Yeah, you know. Just weird. Speaking of Capaldi, I don't think we mentioned we went and saw his
Capaldi Conversation.
Capaldi Conversation. That was really good.
Got to meet him. Well, we didn't actually meet him. We saw him on stage.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, Series 9 is an interesting series because you've got a lot of really, really great stories, some of the best that we've had in years. But yet, once you kind of view it as a whole, it's just really good until you hit that final episode, and then it just kind of ruins all of the character arcs and the themes and everything, kind of really. So, Series 9 was a really good series on an episode-by-episode basis, but as a whole, at least as of right now, I don't think it was that good. But give me time to think about it. We'll, after the Christmas special, probably around when the box set comes out, we'll probably do like a recap and review the series as a whole.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited for the Christmas
Yeah,
special.
the Christmas special does look quite good.
Looks
Yeah.
lighthearted. It'll be.
Looks fun and goofy, but in a fun kind of way. So I'm looking forward to that. And my God, it's gonna be hard to explain exactly who Riversong is to you.
Yeah, no.
That's gonna be a really long and hard conversation to have with you.
Maybe we should
Explain
film it.
that. Oh yeah, we'll film it. Don't
We'll
worry.
film the conversation that we had about it.
Oh boy, I'm gonna go off and boot up Microsoft Word and start writing out some explanations as to how to explain Riversong's character for our review of The Husbands of Riversong, which will be coming either the very end of this month, sometime in the new year, whenever we can find time over the Christmas New Year break. So until then, enjoy Star Wars 7,
Yeah, and
Force Awakens.
Happy New Year if we don't see you beforehand.
Yeah.
And Merry Christmas. And all that.
Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars.
Want to start watching them tonight?
I'm gonna start on Thursday.